must-win situations starting tonight. Is it win-ish tonight for the Browns or the Steelers? Louis Riddick, former NFL player, ESPN analyst. He was on the call in the booth Monday night. Steve Levy. They did a great job. Dan Orlovsky, Titans and the Bills. Louis joins us. He'll be calling West Virginia at Virginia Tech tonight at 7:30 Eastern on the mothership. Louis, let me start with Browns-Steelers. Must-win or win-ish game for which team?
Oh, wow. Dan, I think for both teams, it's must-win or win-ish for different reasons. Look, I think for Mike Tomlin, we starting with the Steelers, look, Mike's never been below 500 in his career, which is just amazing, first and foremost. He's a Hall of Fame-worthy coach just because of his longevity and his consistency. But this may be one of those seasons where he just can't coach his way out of it. We just don't know whether or not, especially on the offensive side of the ball, if it has taken another step back or it's at the same level or a little bit better than next year, because we've only played 2 games. But this team looks – this is a little bit scary for them because they could be in a very tenuous situation as far as the quarterback situation is concerned. Does Mike want to throw Kenny Pickett in there right now? Does he not? Does he look at the offensive line and go, well, I don't want to subject Kenny to having to be under that kind of pressure for 15 more weeks or 14 more weeks and just kind of and set him back. And then when you're talking about the Browns, I think coming into this season, 1 through 53, many believed, myself included, that just on paper, just when you're looking at critical positions that you know you need to have in order to compete at a high level in the NFL, they have them. They have pass rushers. They acquired a wide receiver. At some point in time, they'll have, good quarterback play. They have good secondary players on the perimeter, even in that safety. They have one of the best offensive lines in football. So really, what's the issue? Well, you lose to the Jets. You give up a lead like you gave up to the Jets and Joe Flacco. And I'm not taking anything away from Joe Flacco because I saw him in the preseason and I saw him at training camp, and he was as confident as ever in their ability to finally not be considered the same old Jets. So I'm not taking anything away from them. But both of these teams for different reasons. 1, because the expectations were so high for Cleveland. 2, because for Pittsburgh, Mike's never had a losing season. So, yeah, I think for both of them, this is a critical game.
Do you have a take on a team or a couple of teams where you go, what we've seen is not an aberration? That's how they're going to be. Like the Titans. You got to see them Monday night. Are the Titans an average team? Are they going to be an average team this year?
Yeah, I have a feeling that they possibly could be, and I'll tell you why. You have to be able to produce explosive plays in the NFL. I don't care how good you run the football. And Derrick Henry's a stud. We know that, all right? But you have to be able to produce explosives down the field. You can't always have 10, 12, 13, 14-play drives. It's just too hard in the NFL. You won't score enough points because the law averages will catch up to you in terms of you making a mistake, turning the football over, whatever it is. And the Titans don't have that. Not having A.J. Brown on this team is a huge, huge, huge loss. It's huge. As nice of a prospect as Treylon Burks is, he's not ready for that spotlight. Nick Westbrook-Akina is not that kind of guy. They haven't been able to get Robert Woods going in the kind of role that he has already excelled at when he was with the Rams and when he was with Buffalo before that. Not having A.J. Brown, that's an issue. That's an issue. And you know what? I don't even know if Derrick Henry is the same Derrick Henry anymore. Their offensive line isn't nearly as strong as you would hope it would be for them to be a run-centric football team, because the team that they played against, when you're talking about, okay, after 2 weeks, are there teams that have shown you this is who they are? Buffalo has shown you who they are. This isn't just some hot start that's going to fizzle out. They have shown you who they are. The Von Miller effect in Buffalo is real. It is real. We talked about it extensively Monday. It's real. And I'll tell you, as nice of a coordinator as Brian Daboll is, and as nice of a coach as he is, and by nice I mean he's good. I've talked to Brian many, many times. He's good. Ken Dorsey, the new OC up there, who's the old quarterback coach, he still coaches quarterbacks and the OC, he is the real deal too, man. And they have taken this organization to another level with the addition of Vaughn, the addition of a physical running game And the fact this team just feels like it will not be denied. It will not be denied, man. And I think look, they're heading for that big heavyweight Ali Frazier showdown with the Chiefs. I mean, it's just going to happen, and it's going to be maybe the most watched game of the year whenever they play.
Well, you got the Bills and the Dolphins. Where do you stand?
No, I know. Somewhere down the line.
Okay, where do you stand on the Dolphins?
Oh, I love Dan, I've been one of the biggest Tua Tagovailoa cheerleaders in the history of cheerleading. And I really do like what his headspace seems to be right now. And that is a direct reflection of the fact that Mike McDaniel, from day one, has said, I am behind this kid 100%, not in just word, but deed. I'm going to back him publicly. I'm going to back him privately. I'm going to get with Chris Greer, and I'm going to get with ownership and say we have to support him with better protection on the offensive line, better running backs, and just a plethora, just an absolute war chest of weapons on the perimeter. And they got all that for him. And you see now that he's healthy, and now he's not looking over his shoulder, wondering if Ryan Fitzpatrick's going to come into the game, or whether or not he's going to get sold out in the media and or talked about in a way that says that he was way overdrafted. He all of a sudden now is playing like a kid who looks like he's back at Alabama. Now he's confident. Now he's moving in the pocket, finding wide receivers, playing with great vision, playing with great decision-making accuracy. And I've always liked their defense. Javon Holland, their starting free safety, I think is one of the unsung superstars in the entire NFL. This team is hot. This is a great showdown in Week 3 for them against Buffalo. It's a measuring stick for them. It's a measuring stick for them to see just how far they've come because Buffalo's for real.
If I said you could have a previous quarterback Alabama draft, so moving forward, I'll give you Tua, Jalen Hurts, or Mac Jones, 5-year deal, same price, and no, we don't have any offensive weapons. So you're on the clock now.
We don't have any offensive weapons.
No. I mean, I'm not going to define. Wait, you got a solid team. How about I put them all on the Patriots? They have no offensive weapons.
I got you. So you're saying if we're just starting from scratch, I'm going to give you one. Now you build it out around.
Yes.
Want to build around.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Look, I wish you would ask me this like 3 weeks from now. Jalen looks like if Jalen has shown tremendous growth, if his throwing ability, pocket throwing ability, is for real and sustainable, combined with how this kid can run the football, and we've already known that. So his dual threat kid, then I'd probably have to take him.
Wait, you were in love with Tua.
I know. I'm saying though that Jalen has that dual threat capability. We've seen what it does to defenses, and as a defender, I know what it does to you. As far as Tua, look, I mean that's such an unfair question, Dan. But I love it though. It's making my gears grind right now. But yeah, it's only because of Jalen is just such a dynamic runner. But man, if he develops pocket presence like he showed against Minnesota, oh man. Of all three of them, I think Tua is the one that I think I really do believe that he was born to play this position because I think instinctively he just has it. He may not of the three, he may be the least athletically gifted of them all. And that includes Mac, even though many people don't think Mac is a real good athlete, but he's a better athlete than people think. He may be the less gifted of all three of them, but I think instinctively, as far as being built to play the position, he's the one who's got it all. I do believe that.
We're talking to Louis Riddick, ESPN NFL analyst. He'll be on the call, West Virginia, Virginia Tech tonight. That's on the mothership at 7:30 Eastern. He was also in the Monday night booth for the Titans and the Bills. Packers, Buccaneers.
This is – I think with the Bucs, because of the fact that Mike Evans isn't going to be there, people wonder, and I wonder, just how much does it slow down the explosive component of their passing game? And
would you have suspended Mike Evans for a game?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I probably would have, just to make sure we can keep a lid on those kind of outbursts happening. And because of the history between him and Marshawn, regardless of who you think is to blame for that always escalating. But those two go at it every freaking game. I mean, they go at it.
But can you be mad at him?
No.
Because he's protecting Brady in a situation like that.
No, I'm not. I'm not mad at him, and I get why guys do that. And I mean, it's not like Tom was in some kind of imminent danger, but I get it. But I get that's how people react towards their quarterback. I get it. But I think with Mike just needs to understand that, because of how volatile and how combustible his dealings with Marshawn Lattimore have been, he needed to let somebody else go do that. Or he just needed to be the one to not have it escalate to that degree. Because, look, I think Mike Evans is one of the top 3 or 4 wide receivers in the NFL. We just don't talk about him that way. But he is. And he's too valuable to that football team. But, I think Tampa Bay is uniquely situated to be able to handle him maybe not being there for a game because of how physical their running game looks, how good Leonard Fournette has looked, and how dominant that defense looks. And with Green Bay, Green Bay could really be up against the Tampa Bay defense. They really could. Although Aaron Jones looked fantastic against the Bears.
I know.
And Aaron is starting to find his. He's going to get the young guys coming around, and their defense is stocked. Their defense should be playing even better than it is. Their defense is stocked with players. I'll go with Tampa in this game because it is at home for them, and because of how good their defense is playing right now.
All right, I'll leave you with this. Are the Niners in a better place this week than they were last week?
We know what place they are in simply because we've seen this story before. We know what Jimmy brings, and we know how efficient Jimmy can be. And what's funny about Garoppolo, Dan, is that when Jimmy was playing, it was all about the Niners are never going to be able to get over the hump because Jimmy holds them back. When Jimmy wasn't playing, the Niners are never even going to get there to even disappoint about getting over the hump because Trey Lance isn't good enough. So we went from crushing Jimmy Garoppolo to now it was all about they need to put him in there right now because Trey isn't ready.
All right, are they a better team? Are they a better team?
Now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
They probably are. They probably are.
Okay.
They probably are. But I think, and I hate what has happened to Trey. I hate it. I love the kid. I have been a big supporter. I do think he will take them to another level because of his skills. But I'd be lying if I didn't say I was worried a little bit about what his development is going to look like now because of this injury. Because I know how impatient people can get with quarterbacks, and next thing you know, they're on to the next thing. Yeah. They're on to the next, latest, greatest, hottest prospect. I just hope that he doesn't become a victim of that kind of mentality.
Who's the best quarterback you have an interception from?
Drew Bledsoe. In the playoffs, 1995, January 1st, at about 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah. Did you keep?
I remember it.
Yeah, I guess so. Do you have the football?
I sure do. Sure do.
Would you get Bledsoe to sign that? Like that? Is that unprofessional?
I never. You know what? I never even thought about that. No, I probably wouldn't. Man.
Now I have his information. I could get a hold of him. I could get his. Yeah, I could get a hold of him. And
he was a rookie at the time, and no, it really wasn't because I think what had happened was he was trying to throw the ball to Ben Coates over the middle, and it was a little bit high, and Ben Coates got the absolute crap knocked out of him by one of our safeties, Eric Turner. And so it really wasn't Drew's fault. I was just in the right place at the right time. It was all good though. But it was good. It was a great day in Cleveland sports history though. We beat the heck out of the Patriots that day.
Great to talk to you. Have fun tonight.
Of course,
and
I will.
Thank you, buddy.
Of course.
That's Louis Riddick, ESPN NFL analyst. He'll be on the call with Matt Berry, Harry Lyles Jr. III, and that'll be West Virginia, and Virginia Tech, 7:30 on the Mothership.
Saucy.
I like that.